Good evening all. How are we doing? It is Thursday, the 11th of March. Welcome to A Road and a Song. This is episode 3. Hope everyone's doing all right this week. Has it been an eventful week for you all? It's getting quite an eventful week for me, actually. The gigs are starting to roll back into the diary, which is feels amazing. But I suppose we wait with bated breath as to whether they will actually occur, because I filled up my diary quite nicely last time and then got them all cancelled again. So we shall see. Let us know if you're on board in the comments. Who have we got so far? We've got evening Tricia, me mum and dad, of course. Don't forget, guys, if you would give us a quick share of this link onto your Facebook or anything like that. Just let me know if everything's coming through loud and clear as well. I'm very pleased to announce today we've got a special guest in the form of Mr. Matt Hodges. I can see him waiting in the wings. We've had a little sound check and he's sounding awesome as always. I'm going to kick the night off with one of my songs. If you've been on my live streams before, you'll have heard this one. Evening Liam across the road, hello again. Yeah, I almost flew into the street and smashed right into you earlier. Evening Nathan Petch, Deborah Longford. This is a song called Except for Blue. Evening Matt. Waiting for the wind to rattle my windows, and the rain to beat down my door. For a moment I was afraid no more. When my heart is in need of the shelter, and my bones consumed in the fire, I surrender my redemption for my heart's desire. And I find myself running through the dark, still learning how to walk, blinded by the light from you. I saw all the colors of my rainbow except for blue. Looking out over my new horizon, a line so close yet just out of reach. With every word I'm in collision with my memories, and I find myself running through the dark, still learning how to walk, blinded by the light from you. I saw all the colors in my rainbow except for blue. For a second, for a minute, for an hour, for a day. These moments will make up a lifetime. It's the moments that hand me a lifeline. And I find myself running through the dark, still learning how to walk, blinded by the light from you. I saw all the colors of my rainbow except for blue. All the colors of my rainbow except for blue. All the colors of my rainbow except for blue. Thank you very much, guys. That was a song called Except for Blue. That's out everywhere you can think of. Apart from maybe Iceland, Farm Foods. Although, I don't know, there's a new market there. So, you know, people do ask me where that song came from. And I wasn't just looking at rainbows, although that does, you know, inspire sometimes. It's, there's a guy called Scott Wainwright that plays around Leeds and Wakefield and Barnsley and all these places. And I always like the way that he introduces his songs. He'll say, this is a song called Except for Blue. It's about the colour blue or something like that. You know, it's really basic descriptions of songs, which I think is the best way, really. This one was a song I didn't really realise what it was about until way after it was written. I just thought, oh, that sounds all right. All the colours of my rainbow except for blue. But I think that one's about being a dad. I think that's about... You often feel like you're running around in the dark trying to find where you're going. You don't know if you're going to do it right. You don't know if what you're doing is effective. But you've got to do it anyway. And, you know, my kids really are all the colours of my rainbow except for blue. Blue being sadness, I think, you know. I'm sure they'll drive me crazy, but, you know, there's no love like it. There isn't really no love like it. Hey, Mr. Rory Hall, how's it going, man? You all right? Right, ladies and gents, tonight my special guest for the evening is Mr. Matt Hodges. So I'm going to introduce him now with a snazzy little intro video.
Where will I go? What will I see? There's one thing I know that I'll do it for me. Forever with you, forever with me. I'll be there.
Evening, sir. How's it going?
How are we doing? You all right?
Are we coming through loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, I can hear you. That's even better. First of all, I think myself and probably everybody around should probably say congratulations, man. What a year it's been for you.
It's been it's been pretty wild.
Did you just wake up in the morning sometimes and go, "Eh, what?"
Yeah. Still, I still every day I'm getting like phone calls and stuff is happening. It's still pretty wild, but it's good. I'm fired up. I'm excited. There's a lot more to do.
Well, thanks very much for coming on here tonight. You've probably got bigger and better things to do, to be fair. But
No,
you know,
absolutely.
it's
I love
always a
support.
pleasure. I jump on your live streams when I can, and it's always a pleasure to listen to you sing. And you know, I've got into country music probably over the last 2 years, really, not that long, really. And you know, you seem to be like the voice of kind of West Yorkshire, anyway. You know, I mean, you don't mind me saying that, but
No. I think people forget, you know, that I've been in love with country music for a long time now. You know, it's sort of there's 17 years I've been sort of fell in love with country music, and it's just sort of kept getting more and more, and here we are.
well, you know, you just seem to have the perfect country voice, as far as I'm concerned. It's like you know, you hear your voice, you instantly get transported. I think, you know, it's
Yeah,
so.
it's a lifestyle as well. I always say, and like I relate to a lot of the music because I like doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I can see from behind you like a bit of Jack Daniels. Is that right?
Yes, I am partial to
Do
it.
I remember during the first lockdown? Did you have like a crowdfunder to buy your Jack Daniels?
Yeah, we spent like 400 quid on Jack Daniels in Asda.
I seem to remember. Yeah, didn't you post a picture of like a sofa covered in Jack Daniels bottles?
Yeah, we did a little video in the shop. The woman wasn't impressed, to be honest.
There's nothing pretty much you know that goes country more than that, really. I sometimes feel I'm a little bit of a charlatan because I don't drink, so. And I've got a couple of songs. You can't really have a country song somewhere without whiskey or something like that in there, can you? And it's, you know, and I have got them, and I think, you know, I've not always not drunk, but you know, it's been a while now since I've, you know, it just sometimes the themes of country are hard to relate to. Do you think when you're, you know, in the UK? Sometimes it's.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, it's a very different. That's everyone always used to say to me, like, you know, do you want to be American and all this? And it's like, no, it's you know, I was listening to a country song earlier today by Luke Bryan, and it's called "What Makes You Country," and you know, everything's different everywhere in the world, and it's about sort of adapting to it and sort of realizing what little bits take out of it that make it sort of country to you. Do you know what I mean? And what is country in the UK is what it is, you know.
Oh, country to me, if you get that little plug there for my
There
song.
we go, yeah, I like that.
So do you want to kick us off with a song, Matt?
Yeah.
It would be awesome to hear one of your great songs.
Let's play. I'm going to play the latest one that I released, which is called "When We Were Young."
Cool. I will, ladies and gents, Mr. Matt Hodges.
Clock on the wall keeps moving without question. The early morning school run in the Jeep. An 8-hour day set up right in the classroom, waiting for the weekend to set me free. Is it a fast car, a shooting star, a best friend driving an old go car, a memory that's become a long lost dream? Is it a fishing hole that's full of holes, a big old tree with a tall round road? 5 p.m. mom yells, your dinner's done. I won't forget about the crazy stuff we done when we were young. The day that you have waited for is prom night, where you think you'll find the one and settle down. Did you sneak in bed or end up in a drunk fight, or end up all alone out on the town? Is it a fast car, a shooting star, the best friend driving an old go-kart, a memory that's become a long lost dream? Is it a fishing hole that's full of hope, a big old tree with a tall round road? 5 p.m. mum yells, your dinner's done. I won't forget about the crazy stuff we done when we were young. Is it a fast car or a shooting star? Best friend driving a no-go car. The memories become a long, long stream. Is it a fishing hole that's full of hope? A big old tree with a torn down road. 5 p.m. mum yells, your dinner's done. I won't forget about the crazy stuff we done when we were young.
Woohoo! Thank you, man. That was absolutely awesome. I love that song. I really, do you know, your is it 3 releases you've done so far recently? You know,
3, yeah. I've got another one coming out next month as well.
That's mega. You know, I've had your Spotify play streams will be getting a bit of a boost from me this week, by the way. I've been.
I loved, you know, the one thing through all this, and you know, like the support and supporting one another as musicians as well is a massive thing. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and they were basically, it was the whole thing of how, you know, sometimes artists fall into a trap of being jealous of other artists or seeing it as competition. And it's like, if someone asks you, name some people that you like listening to, it's never one person. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You know, I could reel you off 100. And I love doing stuff like this because it's how it should be with sort of musicians as well, and sort of working together, because you know, we're all wanting to do the same thing and we all love the same thing.
Absolutely. You know, I've always thought that, you know, over the however many years I've been gigging now, you know, I've gone through different styles and you know, met so many different people, and what is very prevalent is the fact that there's a lot of jealousy goes on in musicians, isn't there? You know, you can always tell, especially when you're in a band. Like, I've been in a covers band, I've been in an originals band. If you're in a band and you're playing on stage, especially if you're playing, I'll say it at the moment, especially if you're playing covers, you could be stood on stage in a band and you always know who in the audience is in a band.
Yeah.
Because they'll be stood there going, they'll be checking out your gear, first of all.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he got there? What guitar is he playing there? What, you know, yeah, I might do that myself, but you know, and they'll be, you know, mentally thinking, oh, you don't play it like that. Oh, you did that wrong. You know, whereas, you know, I don't play most things right.
I've no idea what I'm doing half the time.
You know, exactly. You know, I know about 6 chords. You know, but you go up there and you play your heart out. You know, and the people that support that are the people to be around, aren't they? You know, and,
absolutely, yeah.
You know, like on this stream now, we've got Rory Holes on here, and he was my last guest. You know, that's awesome that you've come
Great
here.
voice.
Rory. Thank you. You know,
yeah.
And there does get this little core group of people that do, like, one coming out of this lockdown now. I'm really going to make a massive effort to go and see as many people as I can go see. You know, live, because I probably didn't before, because I would gigging like a maniac, you know, and you just never have the time to see anybody else, you know. But I think, you know, it's about time that I pay it forward a little bit and show.
I think a lot of people will do that though, you know, and I think a lot of people that, you know, aren't musicians or aren't involved in music or anything like that probably didn't realise how much they enjoyed it until it's been taken away from them. Do you know what I mean? And
absolutely,
that whole saying. Yeah. So I think there'll be good support for musicians after all this.
You know, I think a lot of people took it for granted, didn't they? You know, both audience members and musicians alike. We all took it for granted that it was never going to go away. It was one of them things that, you know, would see out everything else because it was a creative thing. And but you know, is there going to be any venues left? Well, a few, hopefully. But you know, will it be the same? Who knows? You know.
Yeah, that's my attitude towards everything at the moment. So, well, don't worry about something that's out of your control. Do you know what I mean? Just and don't worry too much far ahead. Just sort of take it as it comes and see what
Yeah,
happens.
do it for now. Do it for now.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't know what's down the line.
That's it.
You know, and take the plunge. Take the plunge into something that you're not comfortable doing.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing for me. You know, I think stepping out of the box. You know, I've been one to be stuck behind this, you know, acoustic guitar, playing Paul Weller, Oasis kind of stuff. I've been that for years. You know, and you know, I was just beginning to sort of get into country and stuff like that, and playing a lot of songs that I didn't think anyone would know. You know, but I loved them, and I thought, right, you know what, I'm going to play these, and if you like them, you like them. And out of that, you know, came a brand new load of original songs, which, you know, I'm actually really proud of. And you know, I think that's a good thing. You know, do you find that you've written more over the lockdown period?
I did not write a song for about 8 years before this,
Right.
and I lost the sort of drive to do it as well, to be honest. And then I wrote the first song I released. I wrote that first, and I think I'm up to 15 now in this lockdown. So
that's impressive, man. That's really cool.
I hadn't written a song for eight years or so.
So you're out of practice as well, but then
Yeah.
you write 15 songs. So that's, you know, that's a big kick in the inspirational pants, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
You know, do you write with people, or are you kind of like do you just sit at home and chug something out on an acoustic guitar kind of thing?
Yeah, I tend to sort of write on my own at the moment, but then when we sort of go to the studio and stuff and lay stuff down, I've got a band that have been with me a while now, and you know, we all sort of then chip in a little bit and all do parts. But at the moment, I'm sort of writing songs on my own. Again, it's going back to the whole thing of I'd love to write with people, but at the moment I'm not and I can't. So sort of just do what I'm doing now and then see where it goes.
Yeah. I mean, do you take a song, for instance, you know, when we were young, do you write the guitar parts, or do you let someone else come in and write that on top?
No, I do it.
You do everything on there, do you?
Yeah.
That's
So,
even.
But
Yeah.
I sort of then with like my lead guitarist will come in and I don't necessarily write the actual guitar parts for like the lead stuff, but
you
I know
kind of have an idea where it's going.
Yeah, and I'll sing it to them. I can't play it, but do something like this.
Do you know, I did that recently to Matt Dunwell, who's been recording my stuff, and well, I was thinking, right, I could do with some string part that kind of goes, and I don't write music, I don't even know what all them notes mean, I've got no idea. So I just got my phone and went do 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 do. I was like, it needs to be something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, that's fine. I've got my son's in the comments. Hi, Hooper. I think he likes Jack Daniels. He's only 10. How do you know what Jack Daniels is?
Better late than never.
Yeah. So, have you've got another single coming out then next month?
Yes. Yeah. I haven't decided 100% on the date yet. No. It's going to be in the middle of April.
Middle of April. St. George's Day. St. George's Day in Wakefield. That were always an experience.
Yeah.
I used to play at a village, Crofton. With your mate Ross Moore used to play a few of them, and all with his old band. I was thinking about that the other day. I once wrote a song for Ross's teenage band. Double Yellow Lines, they were called.
Yeah.
They used to do all mod festivals, you know, at Scooter Boys and stuff, and yeah. I once wrote a song. It was probably absolutely terrible, come to think of it, you know. But you know, I think that was a weird inspirational moment, because I sold someone a CD on eBay, right? And for whatever reason, I just thought, sod it, I'll throw one of my demo CDs in there as well. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they'll throw it in bin. And I got a message off this guy asking if I'd write a song for their band, and it turned out to be them.
Oh, really?
That was probably around about 2000, 2002, something like that.
we're all getting old. It's scary.
Bloody hell, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular ways that you approach writing? Do you know, like, do you have like a little mantra that you go by, or a formula or anything that you sort of stick to, or is it just whatever falls out of your head kind of thing?
Yeah. What falls on my head really? I can either sit down and sort of like something will just start happening, and then I'll be like, right, I can do something with this. And I'm a bit funny. I always make my other half laugh because I'll just say, right, I'm off to write a song. I'll be back in a minute, and then I'll come back within sort of half an hour, and be like, right, I've done that. Like, it's weird.
Do you know what? I was having a similar conversation with my partner the other day. She was like, "How do you do it? How do you do it?" Like, and I was like, "I don't know. You can't
Yeah.
really put it into words sometimes, can you?"
No.
It's like that age-old thing from, I think it was Bob Dylan that said, like, there's these songs floating about and just waiting for someone to go, right, I'll have that one,
Yeah.
and put it on. And it's sometimes it takes forever, and sometimes it's crap.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you'll be there for 5 minutes and you'll have a right banger.
The one thing that I really do stand by, like, if it isn't coming easily and floating, then stop.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely, yeah.
If you try and force it, it sort of puts the brakes on even more.
Absolutely, yeah. So, of these 15 songs that you've got, are they going to be an album or anything like that? Or are you
Again,
just sort of
I'm
fade out kind of thing?
I'm deciding that as we go at the moment. So I'm sort of just rolling with it and keep getting tracks out. And so I've started another one this week in the studio, another song. So hopefully that'll be done by the end of this month. So then I can decide when that one's coming out. And that's a bit of a summer sort of song, and having a drink and being back out in the world and doing everything that people like.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait for that one, man. It's I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. I don't know if you mind me saying this, but you've got quite a. I always think of like kind of like Luke Combs kind of vibe when I think of your songs. Is that is he a inspiration of yours at all?
I think definitely the early Luke Combs. I prefer his earlier stuff, if I'm honest. The guy's done absolutely insane. What he's done over the past couple of years, he's broken everybody record in country music. A massive inspiration to me and people is a guy called Brantley Gilbert, who writes music for everyone. He plays a little bit himself, but he's more of a songwriter. He always says that. And Chris Stapleton, he writes for everyone, and so I don't really have sort of a set thing. I just if I like it sort of thing, and then that's sort of how it goes.
Well, I think it's safe to say that it's quite a wonder that you can still talk after those streams you used to do on. What were the longest one that you did over lockdown?
I did 9 hours on a Sunday.
9 hours. That is just incredible. I thought I would, I thought I were long at like 3 hours sometimes, but that's just ridiculous.
No, it's long.
But yeah, because I mean, you do play plenty of that kind of thing, don't you? I've people are asking for, like Luke Combs and things like that.
Yeah.
And so I find that the more you play of, like I've got a couple of songs that I think that could be that kind of song, or this could, and it'll end up being what I've been listening to. Like, I'm a bit obsessive when I listen to stuff. Really, like I'll go through a week of constantly listening to one thing, and then 9 times out of 10, a song will come out at the end of the week. Just it'll sound vaguely similar to something like that.
Yeah.
But I do find in country, if you dissect the chords of country songs, they're all the same chords, aren't they?
It's the same in any music.
You've got it's like what, G, C, D, and E minor. You can play pretty much any song you can think of.
You can do that with every genre of music, to be honest.
Right, well, I'm going to hit off with, this is going to be my next single. I'm going to play this one for people tonight. I haven't actually, I've put a little teaser out of this on a sort of advert. This is going to be out on the 26th of March. There's going to be a little pre-order for that soon. So, guys, if you would, look out for that. I've just done a little acoustic video of this in Otley. I'm doing a little project at the moment where I'm filming all the songs that are going to be on the album acoustically in different locations in Yorkshire. So I was sat down by the river singing this one in Otley. just with a load of school kids came out of school and they were all looking down, banking at me. But yeah, this is called Lord, Don't Let Me Fall. Made a deal with the devil and someday I got to sell him a soul. I took a walk by the riverside, I could feel my blood running cold. There must be something in the water making me fall this way. Like a drifter in the night, I disappear without a trace. So, Lord, don't let me fall. Lord, don't let me fall. I've been pushing my luck for so long, I can't remember wrong over right. Wasn't looking for a revolution, I call that someone else's fight. There must be something in the water helping me fall from grace. I'm not much of a whiskey drinker, but man, I'm getting fucked up today. Oh, Lord, don't let me fall. Lord, please don't let me fall. Now I lay me down to sleep, pray the Lord my soul to keep. Angels watch me through the night and wake me with the morning light. Oh, Lord, don't let me fall. Lord, please don't let me fall. Lord, don't let me fall. Lord, please don't let me. Made a deal with the devil and someday I got to sell him my soul. Thank you very much. So that one's out on the 26th of March, everywhere you can think of. I've even got a little pop-up stand at Greg's the Baker's. Not really. That would be cool, though. Sausage roll and a copy of Jackson Lake's new single. What have we got now? Diane Blackburn. The perfect place to film a video for this would be the top of Christchurch, St Bartholomew's Towers. That sounds awesome. I don't actually know where that is, but that sounds awesome. Top of a church. I was actually going to do that one in Kirkstall Abbey, but I thought there's too many idiots floating about. So have you got any more... So I've got you muted there, Matt. Have you got any more plans for any videos or all like that coming out for the new singles?
Yeah, when the world opens, I've got a plan for this one that we're doing now, but the world needs to be open. Put it like that.
Yeah, that's. See, I'm
for what I want to do anyway.
Yeah. That it requires you whatever idea you've got. You've got to work with what you've got available, haven't you?
That's it. Yeah.
I've been traipsing around Yorkshire with a couple of tripods, a couple of cameras, and just sitting there in the middle of nowhere singing, to myself and a couple of sheep, So stuff like that I can get done, but other than that, you're scuppered, really, aren't you? I'd love to do all sorts of elaborate visual masterpieces for these songs, but it's just not going to happen, is it? Plus, who's got thousands of pounds laying about just to do all
Well,
these,
that's it. It's not cheap. It's not cheap.
I really love that one that you did Was it was it Forever With You?
How could you? Which one?
It was like fridge magnet letters and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
that
my
was
drummer
cool.
did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in his flat. Yeah, it took ages. I think there was about 1,000 pictures in that.
Right.
Then obviously I had to do it all. I'm not very technical, so.
Were it a bit like stop animation kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Put it all together and. No, but that, you worked with what you had available. You couldn't really go out and about, but yet you still got the content to put out, and I think that's also been a great thing about lockdown. People have been forced to think in different ways, haven't they?
Yeah, 100%.
In order to put things out, and like I've done lyric video. I've never done a lyric video before. I didn't even know that were a thing, but apparently that's a thing. People want lyric videos, for YouTube. So, I've done all that kind of stuff, and I think it does add to the feel of your music, doesn't it? If people have something to look at while they're listening to it.
Yeah.
YouTube's a massive thing now, isn't it? Like my last releases had absolutely zero anything on YouTube, and it was just like I might as well have not been there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But now everybody, like that, for want of a better phrase, the kids go to YouTube to find what they're looking for, don't they? And it's
absolutely.
not that probably many kids listen to what I'm doing. Maybe my own, maybe one of my own. But yeah, it does. You are forced to move with the times, aren't you? To sort of your creativity has to sort of move with the times, I think.
Yeah, you've got to adapt. You have, and it's at first it's scary because it's the unknown, isn't it? But that's how it works. It's the one thing, not just in music, that's been pretty cool throughout all this. People have adapt, and I think it says a lot. Do you know what I mean? So.
It's brought out a big community spirit, I think, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
In some ways, but in some ways, there's been a bit of a close down in some regards. I think a lot of people have understandably suffered with a fair bit of mental health issues and stuff like that. With isolation and let's call a spade a spade. I have I've suffered a bit recently, but I've got some wonderful people around me, and that's even virtually. It's nice to know that someone's there, and people have really been. I've been doing these Wednesday night live streams, and the same people sort of come on, and it makes me smile, and it's something nice that they enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to fulfil that need in me to play live music, and not entirely how I'd like to, but
I think sometimes people don't believe when you sort of say, how much it means that people do come and watch. I mean, I'm the same. I still do streaming, and sometimes I do loads in a week. Sometimes I don't do as much, and it really does make a difference because you've got at least you've got a bit of a purpose. Do you know what I mean? And before this, I was out playing 4 nights a week, and I was always out, so that was my life, and so it's been great as well because people have had the time to sort of find new music, and it's been great.
I think the biggest thing I'm taking away from this whole lockdown experience is I've been able to have the time to work on my own music.
Yeah.
Before, like yourself, at least 4 nights a week out gigging and playing endless versions of Mr. Brightside, Probably not like yourself. You probably had a bit more integrity than that, but just I got to the point where I was like, right, this has become a job and a job like I don't like,
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of switched up. I was just beginning to switch it up, and then lockdown happened, and then I've had to sort of work on it, but I've had the time to work on it now, and none of this would have I've got songs out there from the past year that we've been recording, and there's over 40, possibly 50,000 streams there now, in total, and I would have never thought that in a million years. My last set of streams, my last album before what I've been doing now, I think got about 45 streams before lockdown. So it's nice that I've been able to engage with. It's not all about the numbers, but
no, it's not. No.
Sometimes when you do look at the numbers, you think, oh well, I'm doing something that people like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we say that sometimes that it's not about what other people like, it's about doing, you know, expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself. And it is nice to be recognised a little bit for, you know, making people smile. Not
Yeah.
necessarily. I don't want to be famous. I couldn't think of anything worse, you know. But it's nice to know that people enjoy what you do. You know, you bring a bit of happiness into their lives or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to give us another song then?
Yeah.
What have we got?
I'm going back to front. I'll play Forever With You.
That's awesome, man. We'll listen to this. We'll have a little bit more chat, and then you can give us another one if you want.
Yeah, spot on.
Right, ladies and gents, Matt Hodges.
I like the way things look for me. Know that I am gonna be forever with you. You tell me everything is fine. Can seem to get you off my mind. Forever with you. And as your friends walk past, they think it's just not right. All I need to know is you'll stand with me in that fight. As the nighttime comes, we'll go to all the bars. All I want to do all night is take you home to Mars. Forever with you, forever with me. I'll be there. Forever with you, forever with me. As long as you're standing right there. I wanna tell you how I feel. I know that it feels something real. Forever with you. I wanna tell you all the time that you are mine. Forever with you. And as the days go by, there's something not the same. When I'm not with you, girl, I can go insane. And as I look ahead, my future's looking bright. When I walk beside you, you're my guiding light. Forever with you, forever with me. I'll be there. Forever with you, forever with me. As long as you're standing right there. I've come so far, I could be forever with you, forever with you, forever with me. I'll be there, forever with you, forever with me. As long as you're standing right there, forever with you, forever with me. I'll be there, forever with you, forever with me. As long as you're standing right there.
Hey, another banger, absolute banger.
Hey.
Bangers and mash. So, is there a little story behind that one? Have you got,
Not particularly, really. I wrote it a long time ago, and I decided to redo it because, you know, a lot of the stuff that I write about is sort of, I don't know how to sort of describe it, and a bit sort of outlawish sort of style, sort of writing, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put this out there. At least people know I've got a heart somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
It does feel.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's been really nice to sort of, because I've never heard any of your original stuff like before. All you know, these came out. You know, I'd never. You know, I always thought, you know, this guy's ace at what he does, and he's got a great voice. But then you came out with these singles, and I thought, well, actually, this is amazing. Like, you know, where have these been?
Thanks, man.
You know, what you know, what where were this sort of where were this 10 years ago? You know, coming through. You know, but the time is, like I always say, the time's now. You know,
Yeah, man.
If that's what you're doing now, then that's, you know, what you're going to be doing. It doesn't matter what you're going to be doing in the future. It really doesn't matter what you've been doing in the past. You know, it's now that matters. You know,
That's it.
and there's not much. You know, I like to think that, you know, I've always been where my head's at. You know, you know, if you get that, just not trying to be anyone else. You know.
Yeah.
Because I at times I have tried to, right, I want to be an artist in this bracket, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just not authentic, you know. And I think people can if they listen to it, they go, well, that's not him, you know. I know that guy, you know. That's not what he's like. Whereas, you know, listening to your own songs, I kind of identify him with you. You know, already, you know. I mean, we actually don't know each other very well. We know each other in passing, don't we? You know, but
yeah.
I would say that, you know, I believe you when you sing them songs, you know.
Yeah. I do. I like to write about stuff that's like means something to me. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's whether it be something silly or something like heartfelt. It's, you know, it's important in my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I always think that, you know, that's how you win an audience over as well. You know, if it's songs that they don't particularly know, or if you sing it with, you know, you've got that kind of heart in there, then they'll always know that. You know, they'll be able to get that from you talking over a mic and you singing a song. They'll be able to know what's you and what's not you.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, I've done all sorts of music in the past that I look back on now, I think, where with that, what were I trying to be there? You know, that's not me, kind of thing, you know. Whereas at the moment, I feel I'm more me than I've ever been, you know.
Yeah.
And I think
that,
you know,
that in itself is a great thing, though.
You
know, that's a great headspace to be at. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I'm probably the happiest I've been in a long time, you know, and I think that comes through with being. With confidence, you know, and
you get more, when your head's clear, you get stuff done.
That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. So, have you heard a song in the last month or so that you think, oh man, that's really good, I wish I'd wrote that one? I tend to ask people this question.
Oh,
it could be longer than that, really. Just, you know, a song that you think, that's really cool, I wish I'd wrote that song.
There's a song that I love that, you know, by a Chris Stapleton song called Fire Away. And I
do a version of that myself, yeah. It's just you know, it's a feel.
There's so many songs, do you know what I mean? And, you know, when my life is music, do you know what I mean? I spend hours a day listening to music. I spend every day playing music, and so it's a hard one. I hate being put on the spot with stuff like that. When people say, like, what's your favourite song?
A quick fire round. What's your favourite song of all time?
Yeah.
Worst question ever.
Yeah.
Like, who's your favourite child?
Yeah.
Whichever one wins in a fight between you and you. Right, so do you want to finish us off with your final song? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll do the first one that I wrote in lockdown, the first one I released.
That's cool. Ladies and gents, Matt Hodges.
This was called How Could You? Never thought I'd be the one to lose. Just try to bring me down. I dare you. I'll be a hero. I'll change this world. I didn't see the storm coming from above, but I walked in and I saw your face. A memory for me that I can't shake. And I'll laugh, I'll cry, I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had were simple but true, but I just can't handle this. And how could you? The house became a walkway, the present seemed my past. My future scary without you at my back. The anger, the pain that I felt inside, I just couldn't show fear of capsize. That coupled up, I carried you in. Journey just to start my life to begin. And I'll laugh, I'll cry, I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had were simple but true. I just can't handle this. And how could you? I'll laugh, I'll cry, I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had were simple but true. I just can't handle this. I just can't handle this. I'll laugh, I'll cry, I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had were simple but true. I just can't handle this. And how could you?
Yes. I absolutely love that song, man.
Yeah, it's going to be my baby, that one, I think, now for a while.
Is that going to be your living on a prayer?
Yeah.
That kind of, the adoring masses will be at a Matt Hodges gig in the future going, how could you? How could you? And you're like, no, I can't be bothered tonight.
I don't think I'll ever do that.
Yeah, well, thanks so much for coming on the show tonight, man. It's been awesome.
Absolutely, thank you.
It's been really great to hear you sing those songs live, and have a bit more of an in-depth chat than we normally get to. We normally just see each other in passing and go, all right.
Gigging, yeah.
Or me pestering you with messages for gigs at Black Horse or whatever. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure.
No, thanks for having me.
Please, everybody out there, and give him a like, a thumbs up, subscribe on YouTube. Actually, while you're at it, if you're on this stream, can you give my YouTube channel a subscribe? That'd be awesome. Thank you. We're building. I've put some links in the description of this stream for, I think, Matt's Facebook page and YouTube, so go give them a like. Check him out on Spotify. Go buy his songs on iTunes. Absolutely fantastic. Can't wait for the next single. I'll be waiting for that, man. So thanks very much.
No,
wish you all the best, and thanks very much.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon, man. Right, guys, thanks very much for joining this latest episode of the show this week. It's been great, thank you. I'm going to finish off with a song that's actually very new. From February this year. It's not been out anywhere. Once again, if you would subscribe to the channel or give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you know, I'm not precious. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the support. The next episode of the show is in 2 weeks' time. We've got Danny Gruff and Ben Greaves. That should be a very interesting one for me. Old friends that I've not seen for quite a while. So I'm going to finish the show with this. This is called The Great Unknown. I always fight fire with fire. Sat in glass houses, avoiding the stones. A solitary man finds comfort in silence. My bones were lost in the dark long ago. I don't want to take my time. I'll just dive headlong into the great unknown. I will keep myself undercover. I walk in the shadows, none but a ghost. Is there nothing sacred one to another? A competition of who feels the most. I don't want to take my time. I'll just dive headlong into the great unknown. Sometimes the things you want to say are better left unsaid. You can take shelter from the rain, but you can't run for your life when you're already dead. I will shout from every rooftop. If I've got something left to say, I'm always searching for ways to connect the dots, so I can find peace for just one more day. I don't want to take my time, I'll just dive headlong into the great unknown. I don't want to take my time, I'll just dive headlong into that great unknown. Thank you very much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you again in 2 weeks' time with Danny Gruff and Ben Greaves. Thank you.